Welcome to Atlanta, Georgia, the Flats, Bobby Dodd Stadium, home of the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets and the Rambling Wreck, hoping to rev up that engine. Today a clash between a couple of ACC rivals in a game that could have big-time implications for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Duke Blue Devils taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Blue Devils will kick it away to start us off. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Georgia Tech's offense takes the field for the first time today. And when you have a quarterback like this guy, the entire offense feeds off of him, David.
Everybody feeds off of his energy, and the whole playbook's open because you can trust on him. He's dependable on him.
He's also one of those guys, if he gets in a good rhythm, watch out. This dude starts firing strikes.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. As you watch how a season unfolds and you get off to a good start like these guys have in ACC play, that momentum can really be powerful.
Oh, 100%. The momentum, the confidence. Like, you go from starting the season and saying, we want to be great in these areas, and now you're starting to see it, starting to pile up some conference wins. Now, Jesse, get into the middle of the season, and you got to continue to evolve, right? And be ready for some of these rivalries.
No doubt about it. I think they also like the fact that they've got some guys stepping up and making plays consistently. It's one thing to do it often in non-conference play against super competition early in the year, but now that you're into the meat of your ACC schedule, they've got guys on both sides of the ball that they can count on week in, week out.
Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's what a quarterback is going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow in 2nd and 7.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job about the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Tackle was made after the first down.
Well, the offense needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, making it just enough to keep the drive alive.
The Yellow Jackets have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
This offense has a 2nd down play. They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Georgia Tech!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They march 78 yards down the field. They cap things off with a scoring toss from 47 yards out. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So the Duke Blue Devils offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And this figures to be just a tremendous matchup of big play receivers, Jesse.
And because of their skills, Reese, you're going to see all types of ways and how they use them, right? They're going to throw it to them, they'll throw screens, they'll get jet sweeps. Get these guys as many touches as you can.
Well, and the good thing is, if you're a defense, you're used to it. You see this guy in practice every day. Now you're seeing another guy that's elite. Which defense can rise to the challenge and get a few stops and maybe nullify the play?
Now that they had in mind to start this drive, here comes 2nd and 13. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Offense gets set for 2nd down. It's a draw. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
And oftentimes running backs love drop those because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second. So the D-line's rushed away upfield. And now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and keep them.
And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the offense sprung a big-time leak, and the quarterback went down.
And when you're throwing the football, you're trying to stop the best athletes in the world from getting to your quarterback. They're going to get there, they're pinning their ears back, get to the QB, get the sack.
And the Blue Devils decide to punt it away. Bringing out, they got stuck in reverse. The punt can bail them out. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground from the offense. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
And you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves him with 3rd and 3.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses and they test their physicality.
Now well within striking distance. It's that 3rd down play. Gets him a first at the 29.
And this offense continues to do such a great job on 3rd down. One of the best in the country at it, and the reason why? They keep it manageable most of the time. 3rd and short, they can run the football, be physical, convert first downs. This offense has been so good on 3rd downs.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You got to catch that and make that a play.
Here they come to try it again on 2nd and 10 from the 29. To the air, it's King. Looking left. Got it. Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
Nice confidence by the QB. Good throw in the middle of the field. Nice little strike down the field for a big play. Listen, you got to throw it where it's open. And you found a slot, found a little hole in the middle of the field. Nice job attacking it.
And the Yellow Jackets will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all his freakish ability on that play.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Oklahoma State is ahead early in Stillwater, but it's not exactly Barry Sanders or Thurman Thomas out there. This game is a long way from over. They are up by 7 over West Virginia. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Makes the grab outside. It's Moore. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there. They'll try to put it in drive this time on second down for the 22. He's looking to throw. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket. The pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Getting some heat. He'll pull it down and run. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stays.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in and watch the football before you come out of your stance.
We'll take any help you can get with that penalty yardage, but it's still third and long. They'll run the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be fourth down. The Blue Devils will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the return, it's Lane. Bottled him up, not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter, and Georgia Tech has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Looking for a crease, it's Haynes.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you clearly want to always establish until they run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Trying to get the corner. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
I know that's not a huge game, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a fourth quarter game.
Fires to the right. Got his man downfield. Oh, I thought he was taking that all the way, but they stopped him at the 7.
After that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. The back goes in motion. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple of carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest and pound that rock.
They're going to run it. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality. And
he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 15, looking for a press. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good, really pre-snap, making sure they're in the right place. And he's got to be really good at his decision.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of the defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. They'll give it to the back. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. And the Blue Devils will hustle with the line.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country with a big...
And the quarterback is snowed under.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback. Right there outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game. But finally now, we see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Give to the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys in defense.
The Blue Devils line up to punt it away. Looking for a block. It's Lane. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stops. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Got him downfield. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. He's going to pass. Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
And that is the play the defense needed to turn the momentum around in this game. They needed somebody to step up and make a play. That should have been intercepted.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air, and offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't back.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Looking downfield, it's King. Throws to the tight end. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a first down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You can see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's caught.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Now on first and goal, a score here, and that mountain is huge if you want to make a comeback. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! He didn't see anyone open. He said, no problem, I'll take care of it myself.
Yeah, I've been there before. Been there, done that. Not my first rodeo. I've been in this kind of situation. Down by the goal line, I'm getting it outside, and I'm taking it myself.
On to attempt to try. And the extra point makes it 28-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Vanderbilt is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Jay Cutler, this might not be over just yet. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Alabama. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Got it in the middle, it's Harvey. There's a timeout call as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot, the quarterback...
And they got him for a sack.
Give it up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. You got to find a way to protect your quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great game day atmosphere today in Atlanta. An entertaining first half, and we've got a multi-possession lead to break down thanks to the surgical precision of this offense. Might honestly take more time to talk about what didn't work than what did. The running game, the passing game, gadget plays have worked. Now it's just a matter of finishing the job. With that said, let's send it back to the 5th oldest venue in college football, Bobby Dodd Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Yellow Jackets will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Off the play fake on first down, to throw. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, the offensive first. Absolute disaster by falling on that fumble.
Yeah, this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
And now they have enhanced their degree of difficulty on 2nd and long from the 6. Wants to throw. It's Murphy. Quick strike complete. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Grab behind the line. It's Moore. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. And the Blue Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes a move. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently.
Running back goes in motion. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
On 4th and 11, they decide to go for it. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. A quick tackle made, but he's got ready for the first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
They want to just keep throwing it. Tight end getting vertical. Then they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
And tight ends aren't just line up and block. You guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
And the Yellow Jackets are on the move. From the gun, the ground game. They knock him down after a pickup with 4 balls at the 9-yard line. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Takes the handoff. It's Haynes. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! And the beatdown has ensued.
You know, this offense new coming into the season is so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out, because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Getting set for the point after. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. They made sure that good field position paid off, going 45 yards. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. And you got to get a drive you got here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think Dave too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on the field.
Back to pass, it's Murphy. Swings it out to the flat. And that play just looked to be a mess from the snap, and he's right out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Now that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense.
And that pass picked off. Trying to take it back. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. What a play by his defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense, going to lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
try to add another to their lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's the unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks. But guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and read this offense.
Well, I think this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Dropping back, it's Murphy. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down to the 17.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a fifth. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Working the middle. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
A nice job by the offense there, attacking the middle of the field. Excellent route, finding the soft spot in the defense. Nice job by the quarterback, putting it right on his guy.
The run from the shotgun. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. He's right on target. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles, and get them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defense.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, and they corral the ball, so they avoid the turnover, but man, did they lose a chunk of yardage.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
The Blue Devils will send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. He's got great speed. He's brought down a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter, and Georgia Tech has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. First down to start the drive after the break. Right back to the well. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. A strike downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. He showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
football. Now, late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
The Yellow Jackets will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. The give on the inside. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with the 1st down. He's up to 81 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. With the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! And the punishment has been extended. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
Man, oh man, what a day. His 3rd touchdown rushing, showing you he's got a little bit of everything. And had those stats on your fantasy football, guys. If you have my man running back, it's a good day.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's recap that ranked-on-ranked matchup that has just gone played. Ohio State looked dominant in a victory that was never really in question. That offense had zero problem putting up points. Not unlike the days of Stroud and Fields and so many greats before. A top 25 clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
How about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job of increasing. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm now.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. They're confident because they believe in their ability to get to him. And they've been able to do that in this game. There's another sack here, though.
1st down sack, pushes it back. Now it's 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Murphy. Feeling some heat. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! The defense with the scoop and score. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. You know, the defense is all about stopping teams, but when you have a chance to swing momentum, scoop it and score yourself, it is such a huge play.
And you should go to the offense like Brett Williams. We got this. We'll score ourselves if we have to. Great job by the defense, doing what they need to do, and then go talk a little trash to the offense.
Lining up to add another. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the man starts playing. They're out there to kick it off. The return team must rivet that ball to their rib cage. Can't afford another turnover. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. And the return man is stopped, and now will leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense. Getting a sack, getting a fumble.
Short fields make successful offenses, just what they want here. They keep it on the ground, clock is their friend. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. From inside the 15, here's the return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You got to execute, you got to lock in.
Looking for a man, it's Murphy. Fires to the middle. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the 4th quarter. This guy has...
He hurls one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Blue Devils will line up to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He'll bring it back. It's Lane. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. The give out of the gun. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. 2nd down coming up. They'll keep it on the ground. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Man, that D tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back, cat-like quickness?
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. They're bringing heat. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He fires a bullet to the right. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over.
Gonna let it fly. He's got it inside the 15. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. So after the huge chunk play, they got it first and goal from the 10. Trying to get to him. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
If I had told you that one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football was going to have less than 200 yards passing in this game, you might not have had that on your bingo card, but that's what's in fact happened. This defense has done an outstanding job getting pressure on him like they did right there, buddy.
He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you can tell them, they'll get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes that do it with ease.
Fires and picked off. Got room on the return. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one dimension. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one dimension. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Time is short. Defense still has 3 timeouts, but it's a mountain in front of them, Jesse.
Yeah, the worst case scenario now for this offense is victory formation, punt, win the game, David.
No doubt about it. When you're up 2+ possessions, there's no way for the defense to get back in the game. So take a knee, get out of here with the dog.
This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in the field. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.